there! Before the video begins, make sure that you leave a like and subscribe, ring that notification bell to never miss a video, and comment down below. Enjoy the video!
Hey, and welcome back to another one of my videos. I haven't uploaded for quite a while, mostly due to my own mental health reasons, but I thought, hey, I've been drawing a lot of Hazbin Hotel characters, and why not redesign them and make it a video for you guys so that you aren't starved of my content. FNAF will come back. FNAF will come back one day soon. I make it sound like it's not going to come back. It will come back, hopefully. Little viewer disclaimer about Hazbin Hotel. If you are a minor watching it, just be careful. There are very triggering topics in the show, I will say. It's not meant for kids, so if you're a minor watching it, I don't think that you should be, but hey, you do what you want. Still don't think you should be though. Either way, I'm gonna be redesigning the characters. As you can see, I'm redesigning Charlie Morningstar, the main protagonist of the show. A little bit about Charlie is that she is the princess of hell, the daughter to Lucifer and Lilith Morningstar. Lucifer being a fallen angel, and Lilith being the first woman. As you can see, I've decided to change up her look quite a bit, mostly her anatomy rather than like her outfit, and make her more goat-like. I know that none of her parents are really goat-ish. Lucifer is more like a snake, and Lilith is a human, but Lilith does have horns, which I thought, hey, I'll just let Charlie have that. And their demonic forms as well. Both Charlie and Lucifer have horns. I guess how this would work, because her horns are much smaller in this than her actual demonic form, is that they grow. I also gave her like little goat eyes. I didn't go for like the little dots in the corner because it did not look good. But yeah, I decided, hey, I'll give her little goat eyes, make her look a little different. You can see me struggling with the nose. Yeah, like I've been redoing it. I wanted to try and go for something a little goatish, but it didn't look right. So I went back to the little button nose. Which is also why I made her more goatish, because she does have like that little button nose, a little snout, I guess. I guess it's sort of a snout, but not really. Well, her dad has like a flat face, and her mum, I think she just has a regular like human nose. I think. I'd have to have a look at it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. You can see me trying to fix her mouth as well, which was like also a bit of a pain to do. So, you know, Princess of Hell, she, unlike the rest of Hell, unlike the worst people, she is very good-hearted. She has very high morals, despite being in Hell. And she wants other people to sort of live up to those morals so that they can get into heaven, that they can better themselves and get out of the horrible place that is hell. Because it's not really a nice place for any of the characters. I mean, yeah, like there's Alistair. We won't get too much into him, but like, yeah, you know, he enjoys all that kind of stuff. Charlie, no, she doesn't really enjoy any of the stuff in hell. She like sees a brighter side to things, which is something I definitely admire about her, is that she's optimistic. I am not optimistic. So there's that. God, you can see me struggle with the hands. So I know that she has like sort of regular hands and then little black nails, but I thought I'd give her the claws. One, because it's easier. Two, because most characters have claws. I've seen, or like the pointed fingers, with like little, yeah, claws. I don't know why they're claws. Um, yeah. So I gave her claws. With her hair, I struggled a little bit because it looked, yeah, it looked so like rigid. So I had to like make the bottom end of it a little wavy. It doesn't look right. So if I was to do this again, I would fix that and make the rest of her hair a little wavy because I like it. It's just it doesn't fit with the rest of the hair. Um yeah, so her outfit itself, I didn't change too much. I looked for like hotel manager aesthetic on Pinterest, I know. But just for inspiration on outfits. And really the only difference I've done is I've given her a a v-neck sort of sweater vest underneath. And I made her jacket look a little different. It's the same thing though. You can see with the coloring that'll change it as well. A little hoofs right here. I struggled so much with making it look right, so I just ended up going for boots. Like normal. But the coloring again is also quite different. I also didn't give her a bow tie. As much as I wanted to. I was like really trying to. You could see on like the sketch before, that I wanted to give her a bow tie, but I didn't end up doing that because no. No, I would have struggled so much. Um, you can see me just redoing her nose again. Um, yeah, with her color palette, it was pretty much the same. There are a few changes I've done. Obviously with the horns, they're different, but mostly the same with how I colored her. And obviously just, yeah, it's just the same color palette, to be honest. Um, I think except the nails, because I didn't go for like black for her nails. Well, not her nails, her claws. Yeah. um, Also forgive my voice. I do have a cold, and I'll be like blowing my nose while I do this. Something with her cheeks as well. So I know that they're usually at like the corners of her mouth, and I don't know why I didn't do that. I think because I wanted to show it easier, or like show it more. Because the face shape that I gave her is pretty small. I just put it under her eyes. If I am gonna do this again, I will see what it looks like. Because I definitely, like, when watching this again, I want to make some changes to it already. Yeah, if you guys want to see, if you guys want to see, like, the full kind of look to it, because I've added the 3 characters to one final thing, but I will be uploading them onto my socials, like Twitter and Instagram and Tumblr. It's little, that's it, I'm just plugging my other socials, so like, if you want to see more of my art, go look on those. There's more on Insta than the others, mostly because I'm new to Tumblr. But my Hazbin Hotel art is on Tumblr, all of that. Yeah, I feel like I struggled a lot with Charlie, um, despite me mostly drawing human characters for the longest time. I suck at it so much. I, face shapes suck so bad. I yeah, that's it there. Yeah, you can see that with her claws. Like I said before, I use more of a purplish color, which kind of work. It matches the ribbon in her hair. The ribbon, I feel like it her hair still doesn't look great to me, so I'm obviously gonna fix that later on at some point. For the sweater vest underneath, I made it a pink color. I didn't really struggle with coloring too much. I think this is the only thing that really stands out from her main color palette, because she doesn't wear pink. It's just red, white, and black. That's her whole thing. And then her blonde hair. And her eyes. Her eyes. She's got like yellow sclera. Which I kept. I kept her eye color. I did add a bit of like warmth to her eyes, so that they kind of go into yellow. I don't really know terms for art. So forgive me on that. Rendering, I think this is rendering. You can tell that I'm just I just do it. I don't really know the terms, but when coloring the lineup for this, it was such a pain. I did it on separate layers. I don't really know why I didn't move them onto the same layer. It would have been so much easier if I did that, but I didn't for some reason. I don't think I did it at the end either, because when I moved all my redesigns onto one thing, I had to like copy 3 layers. So I don't think I did end up doing that ever, which is a little silly of me. Yeah, I feel like I also did the way her jacket buttons up differently. I feel like it looks like there's a difference between. I feel like it's you can see the button where it buttons up, whereas, and I might be wrong about this because I haven't looked at her actual character design for a couple days, that I think she doesn't show the buttons, it shows the buttons on the undershirt that she wears, which also I'm not really a fan of that. Like the shirt underneath her jacket, you can sort of see it, and it doesn't look great. Next up is Angel Dust. So you can see me going straight into it here. Angel was very difficult to do because I adore his design so much in the show. Which kind of made it easier for me to do like his face shape, his body, slightly. I did have to edit his body in post because I realized I did something wrong, and you'll probably be able to spot it if you're into character design. Yeah. I am very new to it, which is probably why it was very difficult for me to do that. So I adore his design so much, and yeah, the main difference in his face was probably his eyes. Um, I wanted to do like those little mouth bits spiders have, but if I was to make him more spider-like, I'd have to look at spiders, and I have arachnophobia, so was not gonna do that. His hair is also slightly different. I made it sort of puffier, fluffier. I don't know. I did something to it, made it look different. You can see that I did the same coat because I again love his design already. Very difficult for me to like choose. I wanted to do a lot of like hearts, but at the end you'll see that I don't really do as many as I wanted to in the sketch. I also wanted to add the bow tie, but didn't look right. As you can tell, it does not look right at all. Yeah, that's it. You can see that I wanted to add so many hearts onto his character. No, did not go well. Also, for that hand, the hand that I did just then, that you can still see, I've come to realization as I do draw it that I've given him an extra finger. Because I'm so used to drawing human characters, he has an extra finger instead of 3 fingers and a thumb. So I didn't go and edit that in post, unfortunately. I noticed this while editing this video. So if I do end up doing redesigns again, I'll probably do him and Charlie, mostly because they don't look that different. I mean, I guess the other character that I do doesn't look too different either. But hey, it's fine. Yeah, I feel like with Angel, because I find his design quite easy, because I've drawn him quite a few times, which you can see again on my socials. Anyway, I won't plug it again, I promise. Yeah, I find his design really fun, really, like, unique. Like, his head shape, for one, is very, very cool, very fun to do. I find a lot of these characters fun, though. Like, I haven't had this much fun drawing characters for so long, mostly because I feel like I have been drawing the same character for, like, a couple years now, which I know people shouldn't do. Like, I've obviously drawn other things, but that character has been on my mind all the time, and when I try and draw other characters, I'm like, no, that's not really fun, I don't really want to do this. So I've ended up just drawing one guy, but with Hazbin characters, I draw them so much. If you couldn't tell, Angel is my favorite character in the show. Because his character is complex, and it's obviously he's got a lot of trauma, which I kind of, obviously it's not good. I don't like his trauma, but I find that he has a room for a lot of growth, which is a great thing, to, like, watch in a story. And he grew as a character in season 1. And now we wait for season 2. God. It's also like 8 in the morning that I'm recording this, so sorry if my voice sounds very tired as well. I spent last night editing this, so yeah. Anyway. So yeah, you can see that I didn't go with a bow tie. I went with a kind of choker, but not. I wanted it to look like a chain. And Valentino in the show, it looks like a chain that he wears. So I did it sort of like that style, but more like a choker, because he does have one. And I did go for the heart. I didn't really have a problem with that. I think the coloring was my only issue with that, but I fixed it at the end. I do. It's not that bad. Yeah, the arms were sort of, I don't really want to change anything about them too much besides the bottom arms. You can see me mess up with the fingers here. Yeah, see? He's got 4 fingers. No, everyone's gonna notice that now. So I thought I might as well say it. Yeah, so my mistake on that. So I will definitely do, like, little, I'll do like a little redesign of them later on, after I do all of the other main cast members, plus Lucifer, and probably Adam, Loot. Those will be fun to do, and the bees. I'll probably do the bees, no doubt about it. I don't love what they do. Obviously, I feel like I need to say that. I feel like I don't love what they do, but they make good villains. They do. They make very good villains, which make them interesting characters. Yeah. I feel like I need to say that. Yeah. So, God, redesigning those are gonna be hard, because they just are so complex with their designs. And again, I'm very new to character design. Because I've been doing the same motherfucking character for so long. Yeah, anyway. So for his coloring, I didn't find it too difficult. I found it pretty easy because I'm just so used to coloring him. It's very like pink, a lot of pink colors. A bit of purple, I did want to go for more black in his look because he has a little bit of that, but I didn't really do that. I feel like it didn't work too well with how I color his jacket. So yeah, because he's got like the black collar, and it didn't work with the rest of it too much. His eyes were a pain to do. I fixed them later on, but with the way that I color eyes, it doesn't work with him because of that one black sclera that he has. It blends in too much with it, especially because I want to keep the pink sort of color palette. So the black has definitely got that pinkish purple hue to it. Another thing is that, so with the bottom eyes, I love how they turned out. I do. I really love how they turned out. But now that I'm looking at it, he's got a yellow sclera for his main big eye. But you know, I feel like it works. It's not too strange because you know he's a demon. He's a spider demon. It looks like that. I don't think it's the strangest thing to him at all. But I feel like it should have probably gone with the other two, mostly. You can see that on his choker I did give him, like I did make the heart in the center black, but it doesn't give at all. It doesn't give Angel. It doesn't give his outfit. Yeah, with the gloves as well. You can see I wanted to keep that little bit, but yeah, I obviously get rid of it. So I do go for a sort of black and white to them, but smaller, a lot smaller than those little frills, I guess. What would you call those frills? I don't really know. Again, new to terms like this, so yeah, I'm not good at fashion, so I don't know. I pick what I like, you know, I pick what I like with clothes. I don't know terms. Anyway, yeah, I did give him an undershirt because I know he doesn't actually have one. But I felt like it made sense with the sort of vibe I wanted to go for, especially with the undone bow tie, which is what I decided to do in the end. Yeah. That was fun though, very fun to sort of give him that. I feel like it definitely fit, especially with the colour that I choose. I know I got rid of it, but this is just, sorry, this is reminding me that so for the jacket, I wanted to do his usual stripes, or started off with his usual stripes. And then I was like, I want to do something different. So I tried out a bunch of different things, like doing his little hearts there, which I kept those. But yeah, then I did those little like spider arms as if he was like Spider-Man or something. It didn't work. These didn't work. I really tried with these to make them look good. I feel like I had an idea the night before and I forgot the idea. So I did this and I tried to add onto them. I did little hearts on them. I gave them a white outline. Did not look good. No, it looked horrible. So I ended up just going back to the regular stripes, which don't look bad. I quite like them. Yeah. I wanted to sort of not look at other redesigns while doing this so that I wouldn't be copying other ideas. I wanted like my own. I've seen quite a few, which is how we got the Go idea for Charlie. But Yeah, I mean she does have like little hooves, which makes sense. Like canonically she has hooves. There's me using canonically again. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, so that is probably the issue. So me giving him a more purple color, which I do love, made it less, like, made it harder for me to use black colors on stuff. Because I feel like his design is mostly pink, with bits, like small bits of black and white. Because this, even the stripes aren't white, they're more of a pinkish color. Yeah. I feel like I also had more ideas for shorts. Like I was gonna add buttons to them, but I just couldn't find a good spot to put them. Like I would look at it and be like, oh yeah, but where would I put those? His jacket would be covering where I want them. So I guess I just won't add them. So in the future, when because I'll say if, because I know me, I probably won't, but hopefully when I redesign my redesigns again, I fix that. So with his socks as well, I really wanted to add hearts. I searched up heart aesthetic outfits for him, which no, I used nothing from those. As much as I wanted to, as much as he'd look good in them, it didn't go with the vibe for the outfit that I chosen for him. All the colors. So you can see me trying with the socks. I wanted them to match the gloves, but it didn't look good. So I ended up going with like fishnets for him, like pink fishnets. I still don't think they look too great. I feel like I should have just kept the like knee-high boots that he usually wears. With his boots as well, I definitely messed up quite a bit because I use full on black at the bottom, so it blends in a lot. I do fix it in post. Like I changed the outline or the color of the lineup. I know terms. I do that so it looks better on a background because the background I did was quite dark as well, so I had to change it. Yeah, you can see with his fluff, I decided to add a bit more to like the spots on him. So usually he has like 3 spots at the front, a couple at the back, and like a heart at the back. I added that to the front because I find it more interesting. You know, I like the heart that he has on the back of his head. I find it pretty cute, you know, it's angels. Yeah. So I thought, hey, I'll just add it to the front, you know? That'll be easy. That'll be easier. I'll be able to use it. Yeah. So with this lineup as well, for some reason, I decided to go for watercolor brush to do the lineup. On the face, I'm okay with it, but I don't know why I decided to carry on with using it because it was a pain to use. So I think eventually I do go back to a regular brush, a regular pen, so that it doesn't look bad. I feel like I don't have the patience to just sort of go back and make little corrections, and that sort of will stick out to me, the way that the colors blend in so much. So yeah, didn't end up using that for too long. I think I changed it somewhere around here. Yeah, I think this was the bit that I decided to change it. Yeah. Another thing that I do fix in first as well is the back of his jacket, that little bit that poked out. I changed that to a more reddish pink color, a hot pink, so that it would look different. And it wouldn't be the same jacket that he usually wears. Yeah, so there he is, this angel basically done. I used a couple layers to sort of make that pink stand out a bit more. Yeah, So Angel's basically done, and we'll move on to the next character. So next up, I decided to do Husk. So what I didn't do with this is I forgot to press record when drawing Husk, so you won't be able to see me doing the lovely lineup or the lovely sketch for him, or at least for his face. You can see me doing it for the rest of his body though. So Husk was very difficult to sort of figure out what I wanted to change again, because he is another one of my favorite characters. What a surprise, Husker Dust fan. Big fan of the way Husk looks. So I searched up casino aesthetic outfits. That's what I'm gonna end up doing for most of these characters, is looking up aesthetic outfits. Oh my god. Yeah, so I ended up giving him a shirt, pretty much. He just has a shirt on. His colors a little different, just a little bit. His chest fluff is different. I added more like card shapes, like, you know, spades and diamonds and all that. I added more to his design because I really like that. I really like that aspect of his design. I have seen another redesign of him where they're like, it's too much, so I went the complete opposite with it because I really love that aspect of it. I've never sort of thought of doing that with my characters, so like, you know, again, very new to character design, I guess. So I'm really trying here. His wings, I'm not gonna draw wings, so I tried to make them look as simple as possible. You can see that I wanted to copy that over. It didn't look right though, so I end up just redoing it. Yeah, like that. Yeah. I remember that with him, I had a lot of fun drawing him. I feel like it's the face that you didn't get to see me do lovely line art for that really fits well. I really enjoy doing faces. Faces are my favorite part of a character, usually. Charlie was not that fun to do, but Husks was very fun. I feel like he's probably my favorite out of these redesigns. And I'll probably change my mind on who my favorite is as I keep going on with this series. If whether or not people enjoy it or not, I feel like I'll just carry on. You know, I want to do all the main cast for the show, plus a few extras. Yeah. So with him, I wanted to do more blue, which I didn't end up doing really, but I wanted to do more blue to his character. Yeah, it's like, I didn't really end up doing that though, because, I don't know, I feel like I think I forgot, so I didn't end up doing it. I think I also forgot, so I did his eyes slightly differently, so I kept the eyes, the iris, how I usually do it. I like usually color in eyes now, but then with his pupils I did it like how I fixed Angel's, which I think was seen in the video. I wasn't really fully paying attention to that bit, but I think I did do it. I did include that bit. Yeah, so coloring Husk, I decided to just keep a similar color palette. Again, I wanted blue, which I do add to his, like recoloring his lineup slightly. I think I make it a sort of, I give it a blue undertone to it. I don't even know if that's the right term. I've just woken up, so forgive me on that. Yeah, so I gave the little hearts on him blue though, which is probably the only bit. Yeah. His hat was probably my favorite thing to do. The hat itself, like coloring it, I feel like I could have done better. But the ribbon was fun. I love doing the ribbon. Look at that. Look at the ribbon. It's so cool. It looks so good. The cards were also quite fun to do. I had very much fun doing the cards. Struggled a bit with the diamond shape for the card behind, but I figured it out in the end. I always do. And obviously the inside of the hat, which you'll see soon, is also red because, you know, that's his color palette, reds and blacks. Bit of like purpley blue colors. Because his fur's more of a purple color than a blue, but you know, like a purple gray. And then obviously I use like purple to give shadow to his white fur. So for his bow tie, I decided to make the red less saturated, mostly to signify that he is old. He's an old sort of old soul, old character, and also that he sort of just accepted his miserable kind of fate in hell, which is being owned by Alistair. Like his soul is owned by Alistair, so he's sort of given up. He's accepted it. He knows he won't get out, so that's sort of what I've wanted to bring out with his bow tie being less saturated than it actually is in the show. So he has quite bright colors on him, but for a character that gives such a grumpy kind of given up look, besides holding a bottle of alcohol most of the time, which I've done as well, he has quite bright colors, which I have added, so that is something I'll probably change in my redesign, is make him less saturated. Well, that's what I wanted with the bow tie. That's what I wanted the bow tie to say, you know? Yeah, so you can tell that most of his design is pretty much similar, very similar. I didn't change it all that much besides the shirt, and the hat. I obviously had to change his, like, chest fluff. Like, I know it's usually white, but with the white shirt, I just decided to keep it the purple grey color. You can tell that I struggled with doing the bottle as well, because I had no idea how I was gonna do that. But in the end, I think it looked good. Looked good in the end. Yeah. So with his tail and his wings, which you'll see me color soon, I definitely went for more of those shapes, the card game shapes and stuff. Yeah, that's mostly where I added more into his design, because he just has circles on his wings and stuff. So I thought I'd add more shapes, so it'd be more, there are more diamonds, and I don't know if I use spades or clovers, but I definitely use more hearts or diamonds. Yeah, I feel like if I was to do him again, I would get rid of the heart shapes, because, you know, it's not really Husk. Like, I know it's, he was a gambler, cards, casinos, that's his vibe. But I feel like I might change those to, spades, or at least clovers, because, you know, he's not really a loving guy. He says that he doesn't, he forgot how to love a long time ago, or something like that. Even though it changes, you know, it changes later on. I might make those a lot less saturated as well. And then, like, as the show continues, if this was his design, the colors would become more vibrant, because he's remembered how to love again. He's got a new family, which is cool. Yeah, and that's pretty much it done with Husk. I think I still have to do his line art, yeah. You can see that I went for a blue outline for most of him. For his face at least. And then that purple kind of color for his fur. I think I've already said this, but Husk was definitely the character that I found quite easy to do. I don't really know why, but I did. Anyway, so a bit about Husk is I feel like I've talked about this before, but obviously I've said his soul is owned by Alistair. He used to be an overlord, and he made a bet with Alistair, which in turn he lost his power as an overlord to give his soul over to him, because he didn't want to have his soul broadcasted on to his radio shows. He was saving his own life. Which, good on him. Glad he did that. Good on you, man. Good on you for saving your life. Yeah. He and Angel, coming from a Husk Dust fan, are very, they have a good sort of relationship in the show. Like, obviously starts off, Husk hates Angel. he can't stand him flirting with him. It's uncomfortable, it's pushing his boundaries. But Angel learns because of a talk to the bartender. Husk is the bartender. He is the hotel's bartender, by force, of course, because of Alistair. So everyone sort of just complains to him. He knows everything about everyone. You know, Charlie having issues and not wanting to solve her own issues, so she solves everyone else's. And those being daddy issues. Vaggie, who hates herself, so she judges everyone else. Angel, who flirts, who's fake, to cope with his own problems. I won't go into his own thing so much because it is a triggering topic. So if you haven't watched the show, be aware of that. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. Pretty sure I've finished with Husks now. And yeah, I really hope you like the redesigns I've done. They're not too different, again, but I do quite like them. I enjoyed drawing them. I had a lot of fun, and here they are. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope to see you soon.